Hello friends, welcome to my channel Hima Education Made Easy. In our previous videos, we have seen how to find sum by predefined values and as well as user input values. Okay, that one have considered it as an example one. Now we'll be going to see example two where we are going to find square root. Square SQUAREROOT, square root. Okay. So here we are going to find square root for square root in two different ways. One is for real numbers, and other thing is complex numbers. How to find square root for real numbers and complex numbers? This is what we are going to see over here. So in real numbers, we'll be going to deal in two ways. Okay. So for that purpose, here I'm going to define a number, which is an user input I'm going to take. So float I'm going to take. So float, float of input of. So here enter the value to which you want to find square root. Okay, this is what I have given for an user input, and then I'll be going with SQUARE square root underscore number. I'm going to define it as. Okay, so here I'm going to take number. So numbers is user a module in it. So here I'm going to use number over here, number. So for giving power, we need to use double stars. In order to multiply, you will be using a single asterisk, that is a single star you are going to use. So here in brackets, I'm going to take power 1 by 2, which means nothing but square root of a number. So here I want to print the thing. Okay, so the square root of a number is, so here in place of number, square root of a also I want to remove, square root of something that is a number is square root of underscore number. Okay, this is what output I need to get. So here I'm going to run it. So whenever I enter it, I'm going to give a value of 144. So here square root of 144 is 12. This is what I have got. There is another method. So this one is first method. There is another method. Instead of using this double stack, will be able to use math module. Okay, math package you can use. So for that purpose, so here I'm going to import math. So math package I'm going to import it, and then here instead of using this thing, I'll be using math dot square root of sqrt is a short form of square root of number. Okay, so this is how you can change it. Once again, you guys see that whichever the module I'm going to import, that thing I need to mention it first, and in which what thing you are going to use. Either it is square root or some other function, whichever the function you are going to use, that function you need to mention it, followed by on which you are going to perform this operation. Okay, so here if I run it, so here if I enter 144 again, as usual I'll get 144 square root is 12. Okay, so here using this mathematical module also, you will be able to find square roots. Okay, this is how we are going to use these things. Okay, so here now we are going to use something called complex math. Okay, so if we use complex math, CMATH. For complex math, you will be writing it with CMATH. Okay, CMATH of a number. So in order to find square root for complex numbers, we are going to use this one. So if I run it, it will ask for something. So here, instead of float, complex, I need to have complex number. Okay, so whatever the input I'm going to give, this input we should be in complex form. Okay, so here I'm going to enter 64 plus 64G. This is what the input I have given. So here could not convert string into float. Okay, so here I'm going to give a complex number for this. So here, in order to give complex number, you need to have, instead of I in Python, we are going to use J. Okay, so here I'm going with 64 plus 64J. So for this, it's taking it as a string, because here we should not give some sorts of space. Okay, this is what the error we have got. Okay, then we'll be running it again, and here we'll be writing with 64 plus 64J, and then for this we got square root of 64 plus 64J is nothing but 8.7 plus 3.J. Okay, this is how we'll be able to calculate square root of real numbers and complex numbers. So in order to use a complex numbers in this Python, you need to import complex math module. This is what you guys need to remember. So here, this one is complex math module. So you need to import complex math module. If you want to use real numbers, there is nothing specific. You can use a normal math module. So whatever the operations are there in mathematics, directly you can import it. So in order to see that, so here I'm going to remove that one. Control and space will provide you number of options. So sign of a number, cos of number, a sin, a cos, exponential. These are all the functions we'll be having in math. Sorry, in complex math, as well as in so here if I enter, if I delete this C, and if I delete C over here, then I'll be able to see the things like whatever the math functions are there, those mathematical functions you can use. Okay, so whenever you use C in front of math, that converts into complex mathematics. Okay, this is what the main difference between complex math and math. So with this, I think you are able to understand how this mathematical module and as well as complex mathematical module works. And it's a little bit of easy example. You guys also try by taking different numbers, whether the output is coming or not. By reading the errors, you will be able to see where you are going to where you are making mistakes. Okay, learning from mistakes is much more easier way. So do more practice. Okay, if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe.